What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab.
And it's exciting. You know, Terrence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
Few matchups in boxing history spark as much debate as a potential showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence "Bud" Crawford. Both men represent the pinnacle of their respective eras. Pundits and boxing professionals have long weighed in on who would emerge victorious if these two masterminds ever shared the ring. The discussion isn't just about skill, it's about legacy. Mayweather's flawless mastery versus Crawford's versatility and killer instinct.
Definitely one of the greatest. He's done shit that Floyd Mayweather ain't done.
Like what?
Like what?
The audience that don't know.
He is
Two-time
a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd wasn't a one-time undisputed champion. So he has all the belts in one division and then moved up and got all the belts in another division. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of boxing.
Yes, and he beat the man.
And he beat the man. Let's give Terence Crawford his flowers because everything he said he was going to do,
he done it.
He did.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. retired with a perfect 50-0 record, one of the cleanest resumes in the history of the sport. His career was defined by marquee victories over champions across 5 weight classes. Mayweather's ability to neutralize both punchers and tacticians alike became legendary, earning him a reputation as one of the most technically gifted fighters ever.
Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor in the 10th round to improve to 50-0 in what he says will be his final fight. I actually believe him this time, Max. What's his legacy?
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He is never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights. That's why he won every fight. It's one of the reasons. Not because he's one of the best to ever do it, and because he was always prepared over a very long amateur and pro career. Amazing. Another reason is he carefully selected opponents, knew when and where and when and who to fight, and basically changed the paradigm in boxing. I'll translate. He flipped the script. I mean, really, boxing is basically, and this is just the way it is, and I'm a huge boxing fan, and I make no apologies about it, but it is fans and networks essentially exploiting fighters. That's how it works. We want to, and we demand a level of dedication and risk-taking with your health that's insane, right? Like, someone's getting their head beaten every which way, and if you quit, you don't have heart. You can't be a great fighter, which is true, by the way. It's a blood sport. And Floyd, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script. He said, no, I'm not going to let the game play me. I'm going to play the game.
Terence Crawford, meanwhile, has quietly built one of the most complete legacies of the modern era, becoming an undisputed champion in multiple divisions and proving his ability to adapt to every style thrown his way. His switch hitting, explosive power, and elite ring IQ have made him a nightmare for opponents. His dominance at welterweight has elevated him into pound-for-pound debates where only Mayweather's shadow seems to linger above. Many fighters and veterans have not shied away from weighing in on the debate.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the oath.
Oscar de la Hoya, who once faced Mayweather himself, recently stated that he still views Floyd as the superior fighter, arguing that Mayweather's record and technical mastery make him untouchable in head-to-head comparisons. De la Hoya's perspective reflects the respect many from the old guard have for Mayweather's resume and his ability to win consistently at the highest level. On the other side of the debate stands Canelo Alvarez, who fought Mayweather in 2013 but has also faced Crawford in recent years. Canelo caused a stir when he said Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather, praising Bud's IQ, versatility, and the quality of his recent victories. Coming from a fighter who has shared the ring with both men, Canelo's opinion carries serious weight.
I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
He faced Mayweather, you were 23 years old, I believe?
23.
And
Just
again,
turned 23.
yeah, you just turned 23. You didn't have a lot of seasoning. I know people will say, oh, he had a lot of fights. Well, you didn't have an amateur career. You started boxing at 15 as a pro, right?
Yeah.
So you gave up the weight concession. You gave up the rehydration clause. And I always thought if you would have faced him, with some more seasoning, it would have gone differently.
He deserved the position in that moment because, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters in the boxing history, and he deserved the position in that moment. I try to make history, and I try to put myself in the very top in that moment. But for some reason, doesn't happen, right? And yeah, like you say, if I had that fight with Miguel Angel Cotto first and all these kind of fights, and then fight Mayweather, maybe go in the different way. But we never gonna know. And I learned what from that fight, and like I say, things happen for a reason.
Shane Mosley, another veteran who went 12 rounds with Mayweather, has leaned toward Crawford in this hypothetical matchup. Mosley believes that Bud's all-around arsenal makes him more dangerous and complete than Floyd. His view reflects what many fighters who have experienced Mayweather's style firsthand already know. Floyd's brilliance is undeniable, but Crawford brings angles and weapons that Mayweather never had to deal with.
Who think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
That said, Shane Mosley has also acknowledged that while he respects Crawford's all-around abilities, Floyd Mayweather is far from a weak link. In fact, Mosley has repeatedly said that Mayweather's defensive brilliance and discipline make him one of the hardest puzzles in boxing history to solve.
I was surprised about his power. When you attack Floyd, he has a way of making you run into it and you feel the power, like a collision. But when you kind of box away from him, yes, he has power, but not like he does when you're trying to attack him. He's not weak. He's strong. Like I say, he trains hard and he does all the things you're supposed to do as a fighter or as a champion to be the best.
Mosley fought Mayweather in 2010 and actually rocked him badly in the second round. But he later admitted that after that moment, Floyd adjusted instantly, shutting him down and never allowing another clean opportunity. That experience shaped Mosley's view. He respects Crawford's size, switch hitting, and offensive variety, but he knows firsthand that Mayweather is a master at neutralizing even the best weapons.
Everybody talk about Shane Cardi, but what was the issue? Shane started hesitating. Why did Shane hesitate? Because he took the best shot, and he stood there, held on tight, and on top of that, made Shane feel his strength, and came back out like nothing happened the previous round.
Right.
But still stone cold.
Right.
And then Shane ends up being the one hesitating, waiting, and the fight get away from him.
I'm saying Shane hit me with a hell of a shot.
Okay.
Actually, 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
But even in that particular round, what I said to Shane was this. I was like,
You dead self said something to him when you grabbed
I
him.
said, you got to kill me.
Oh, shit. I wasn't ready, Floyd.
I said, that was a good one. I said, that was a good one, but you got to kill me.
Wow.
I said, you got to kill me. And did I mean, I'm not going to lie, I meant it.
Andre Ward, Crawford's close friend and fellow former world champion, has also defended him vigorously against critics who claim his accomplishments don't measure up to Mayweather's. Ward emphasizes Crawford's adaptability, skill, and his ability to dismantle elite opponents as proof that Bud belongs firmly in the same conversation.